First up this evening, a quick check of the ruckus in the Karnataka Assembly and Legislative Council, which had to be adjourned for a day after an emphatic win for the Congress in the Rajya Sabha polls yesterday. Despite categorical refutals and clarifications from the Congress, BJP legislators protested in the floor of the House, alleging that there were slogans mentioning Pakistan that were raised by supporters of one of the Congress's three winning Rajya Sabha candidates, Saeed Nasir Hussain, last evening. The Congress categorically refuted the allegations and said that audio recordings clearly showed that they were only hailing the candidate's name. The government even ordered an FSL investigation to ascertain the facts from that video and audio clip. These are the reactions.
So we are very serious and we are very concerned. This kind of incident which has happened, really it has hurt the people of Karnataka and the entire India. So we are very keen and we are very particular. The government should have immediately taken action against those culprits. And the person for whom they have given ticket, his own followers have done this. We expect the Congress party to immediately own up the entire issue and suspend the Rajya Sabha member from their expelled from their party, and as well as the Chief Minister should own this entire responsibility.
Pakistan, pro-Pakistan,
not allegation. Not only allegation by BJP, it is an allegation by media also. CVLs sent the voice report to the FSL. If report comes and if it is true that somebody has made a slogan like Pakistan Zindabad, such person will be punished seriously.
BJP is desperate after their loss. They did not find anything. It's very clear in the audio that they say Nasir Hussain Zindabad, Syed Saab Zindabad. This is nothing but a desperate measure for the BJP to get back into the game. They will go to any extent to please their masters, the RSS and their high command, even at the cost of rupturing the social fabric of a state like Karnataka. We have got, the party has done an audio forensic check and it is found there is nothing like that. The government's FSL report is expected by 11 o'clock. We will issue a formal statement.
Well, strong reactions there from the Congress. Beyond that exchange, the larger question, though, and our top focus this evening is the fallout of the Rajya Sabha polls itself. Huge setbacks for the Congress in Himachal Pradesh and the Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh, but a comfortable and emphatic win in Karnataka. What are the key takeaways for the Congress and, more importantly, for the BJP-JDS alliance in the state? That's our top focus this evening. Remember, BJP MLA ST Somashekara, considered close to Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and one of those who defected from the Congress to the BJP in the 2019 experiment, cross-voted in favor of the Congress candidate. And another BJP rebel MLA, Shivaram Hebbar, refused to show up for the polls. Are there deeper lessons for the BJP and the JDS as they head into the Lok Sabha polls? That's the question we're addressing this evening. With me, noted cephalogist Sandeep Shastri. We also hope to be joined by Professor Chandan Gowda in a bit. But first, to you, Sandeep Shastri. We've discussed this last evening, but now to the specific question of those like ST Somashekara. Is it a lesson for the BJP that there are still Congress MLAs who shifted over earlier, who remain its Achilles heel in the state, and compared to what its national scenario is, where it seems to have control over its MLAs, it does not have its control in the Karnataka lot?
Veera, you are perfectly right in the analysis you made. The Karnataka BJP is very different from the BJP across the country. One has seen in the last 15 years what the Karnataka BJP had to do to be able to come to power and remain in power. And what you're seeing today is the after effects of that particular development. Once the party is out of power, those MLAs who had moved to their party when they came to power, the element of disenchantment that is there. And remember, this is something which has flown in from the election time. These are MLAs who said that the cadres of the party did not work for them during the campaign. Still, they won. So I think these internal dissensions is something that the BJP would need to deal with at the current point of time, and that this is very much a long-term impact of the short-term benefit that they got. Not that the Congress's house is perfectly in order.
Right.
We have seen in the past how the Congress has had its internal contradictions also coming up. So I think both the BJP and the Congress are facing challenges. This setback that they have,
Right.
and also the legislative council setback they have. Let's remember both are indirect elections, and while they are setbacks for the alliance, I don't think it has direct ramifications for the polls that are coming up very soon.
That's an important point that you make there. You're saying that this may be setbacks in as far as the number games are concerned, but it may not really impact the Lok Sabha elections per se. But we'll have to wait and watch for that. Chandan Gowda, what is the real import as far as the JDS is concerned? Is it the fact that there wasn't a decisive attempt made to woo its MLAs, or the fact that it was able to hold its flock together? What does one infer from that going forward?
Veera, I think the chance of prospects of winning the Rajya Sabha seat was a bit of a challenge by any stretch, because they had 19 MLAs, and even with all the extra BJP MLAs, you still needed a few independents to back you and one congressman to cross over, and that hasn't happened. But they tried their best to see how that could happen. And a couple of BJP MLAs voted just to be safe, so there are fewer votes for the JDS as a result. Your second question was, they are able to keep a united JDS flock for this election. True, it's very, but that doesn't mean there's complete consensus about the NDA, alliance within the JDS, Veera, because if they've gone along with the whip in the Rajya Sabha election, it's because I don't think they want to go to an election again. But their true sense for what they feel about NDA, we'll know not in the Lok Sabha elections, but in the Vidhan Sabha elections, that is 4 years away. But I have a feeling that they will work together in the Lok Sabha in the most, in a good way, without much friction. But Veera, I think I didn't get the second question correctly. What was that?
Right. No, that was pretty much the question that I'd asked in terms of holding their flock together. And as you point out, it's more a test during the Vidhan Sabha polls. We'll have to wait and see how they are able to hold their flock together. But I'm moving to the other question,
very quickly,
and I'll come to you, Chandan Gowda, after Sandeep Shastri. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry? Yeah, no, Veera, so I'm saying it really now boils down to the constituency level realities. If being with NDA will help them win it, they'll stay back. If it won't help them, they won't stay back. ST Somashekara has moved out because he knows he won't win within the BJP. It's very clear. Same with Shivaram Hebbar. So it's the constituency realities that will make them...
Each one for their own, each one has their own political prospect in mind. But Sandeep Shastri, what do we infer from the last assembly session overall in terms of the BJP strategy? We've seen issues like the temple bill, now today slogans raised against Nasir Hussain, these kind of issues being picked up. Do you believe that the party will go ahead into the Lok Sabha polls primarily on a Hindutva plank, or do you see that asserting itself within the state leadership of the BJP as well?
What we saw on the floor of the House on both sides, I think, was very clearly an attempt to position the stand or make clear the stand the parties wish to take when it comes to the next assembly elections. It's clear that the BJP would want to embarrass the government in every way it can. And the Hindutva plank is an important plank that they would want to ride. But as I have said on your show earlier, Veera, I think the Hindutva plank has already peaked for the BJP and there is not too much they can further get out of it. They seem to be more keen on focusing on its central leadership and trying to ride the election on that. And of course, the state level BJP is trying its best to be able to carve a space for itself, especially after last year's defeat. They want to win back the confidence of their own party leadership at the central level. And therefore, this very strident attempt to try and put the government on the mat. And that's basically to show the central leadership that we are capable of challenging the government at the state level.
Right, that's an important point that you make there. We have just 20-30 seconds left. Chandan Gowda, very quickly, how does that tie up with the JDS's strategy? Do you see that backfiring for the JDS, the kind of push that the BJP has done in the assembly this session?
I think they're in a difficult spot. They'll go along with their partners. We have seen all signs of that, at least from the top leadership. Kumaraswamy has echoed what the NDA partner has wanted him to say on many occasions. But are all MLAs one on this? Are they equally enthusiastic about going along with the Hindutva card? Remains to be seen. It's not going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy, Babira. We'll see. Because you see, JDS also has to do this delicate dance of retaining its own identity. Yeah, it can't merge itself
right.
with
We'll
whatever
also have
the
to
BJP
wait and
stands
see
for.
how this plays out. Thanks very much, Chandan Gowda. I'm sorry we've just run completely out of time. Thanks very much, Sandeep Shastri, as well, for joining us.